session, we will be building and explaining the concept of sequencing of shapes and numbers with the help of the zero investment innovative idea of seating arrangement. Begin by informing the students that they are going to sit in a special arrangement in the classroom. This will make the students curious. Assuming that there are 30 students in a class, the arrangement shall be done in the following order. Ask 2 students to sit in the first row. In the second row, 4 students will occupy their seats. Next, 6 students should be seated in the row behind the 4 students. Ask 8 students to be seated in the row behind this. And finally, ask the remaining 10 students to be seated in the last row. After we've finished, let's engage them in a discussion to help them understand the sequence of the seating pattern. Begin by asking if they can guess why have we made them sit in a particular arrangement. Allow the students to respond. Next, let's ask them if they can observe a pattern or a design in the way they are seated. Accept all possible responses from them. As students think of possible answers, it will help to develop their critical thinking skills. After they've finished responding, conclude by informing them that we will be drawing the pattern in which they're seated. Draw the pattern on the board with the help of some leading questions. Through this activity, we will be explaining the concept of the sequencing of shapes and numbers. Pointing at the first row, ask, how many of you are seated in the first row? The students may respond by saying 2. Draw 2 circles on the board and write the number 2 beside it. Ask the students to draw the same pattern in their notebooks. Next, by pointing at the second row, ask them, how many of you are seated in the second row? As the students have prior knowledge of counting, they may answer 4. Once they've finished responding, draw 4 circles on the board below the 2 circles and write the number 4 beside it. Ask the students to draw the same in their notebooks. Continue the activity by asking the questions and drawing the circles on the board in the same manner until we reach the last row. As the students try to understand the pattern, it will help to instill the value of perseverance in them. At the end of the drawing activity, the pattern should look like this. Stay tuned for our next video as we continue the discussion to further help our students understand the seating arrangement.